turbulence is the price you pay for flying high. So whenever you're flying high, you're going to have some bumpy areas. That's why I want to advise you to don't give up, but hang in there.
Welcome to the I Am Dr. Sharon Show, featuring educators, authors, and entrepreneurs. You can join us live every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please follow Dr. Sharon across all social media platforms at I Am Dr. Sharon. And now your host, Dr. Sharon H. Porter.
Thank you so much for joining. This is the I Am Dr. Sharon Show, and I am Dr. Sharon. So excited to be here. Today, before we get started, I want to give you the highlight of our book of the week and our author spotlight, Speed Networking. I tell you, 5 simple steps to sell your products and services by Cynthia D. Martin. And today, oh my goodness, do I have a lineup for you? Oh my goodness, my first guest is Dr. Sheila Jackson. She is the director of Prince George's County Public Schools Department of Family and School Partnerships. She began her career actually in 1991 as a parent facilitator of the Comer School Development Program. Do I remember that? Dr. Jackson holds a BA from the University of Virginia in biology. She holds a Master of Science from McDaniel College in Curriculum, Instruction, Supervision, and Administration. She's certified as an Administrator 1 by the Maryland State Department of Education and she earned her doctoral degree at the University of Maryland, College Park in May of 2016. Dr. Jackson, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So excited to have you.
Thank you.
Oh,
it's
my
a pleasure to be here.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And you know, I've known you for years.
Yes.
We've worked side by side for years.
Yes,
and so
we
it's
have.
so excited to see all the wonderful things that has happened in your department.
Thank you.
So before we get started, because we're here to really talk about this wonderful event that's coming up
Yes,
next week.
yes, yes.
But
Next
before
week.
we get started, I really want you to touch on your beginning, because you actually was a parent
Yes.
starting. So I
Yes.
want you to touch on that first.
Well, I will. And it's a wonderful story. I love to tell people that I am that parent that people wish would go away. When our children, my husband brought me and our family back. He graduated from Crossland High School, brought me home, and we started our children in school in Prince George's County Public Schools. And as a stay-at-home mom at that time, I went to school with my oldest son. Quickly told that very first day, stop right there at the curb. You don't come any further. That was like ice water for an excited parent bringing their first child to school. And so that sparked my interest in wanting to be engaged, because we felt that, and what we know is many parents come and they're very excited, they want to be engaged, and they get to the school, here I am, I want to help, I want to volunteer, and they meet me, Molly, who says, why are you here?
Absolutely.
You know, we don't need you here right now. We just want your child. and those kind of messages resonated with me and my husband, with several other parents. And we started working together as a community because we wanted our children in Prince George's County Public Schools. We purposefully did not work with families who did not stand in line for the magnet programs. We believe that all schools are attractive, but we make them that way as parents being engaged. And so that's how I started. And what was really interesting is I started as a parent volunteer. I was then encouraged to work for the school system by a principal who really got it, who really saw me and other parents and saw the strengths that we brought, the talents that we brought, and thought about how do we bring you in as partners to really help us be better as schools. And so that's how I became an employee in Prince George's County Public Schools. And what's really interesting is the people who were like, why is she here? Like, have to kind of laugh now, because now I'm the director for family and school partnerships.
Absolutely.
But having started as a parent.
I love that. I really do. And so that really leads me to your dissertation topic.
Yes.
You research middle school parent engagement. Talk a little bit about that.
So there were so many people in the research community who talk about families are really engaged when children are young in the elementary level, and then for some reason it falls off in middle and high school. And so I really wanted to study that to find out, you know, what happens, what changes that makes parents, because that's what the research was saying, parents don't want to be engaged. And what I found in my research is that's not true.
Absolutely.
What's happening is several things. One of the things that's happening, of course, children are going through their development, becoming adolescents, and wanting to be more independent. And sometimes parents and teachers react to that to think that, well, they don't need us as much anymore. But that's like the blind leading the blind. When did children tell us?
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
And so, so that's not really true. What's happening is shifts, though. And when parents are really attuned to it, they get the fact that they won't be doing the muffins for moms as much and selling candy as much. Their engagement with their children changes because of the children's mental capacity.
Absolutely.
They have to start having conversations with children about the next steps in life.
Yes.
And they have to expose their children to more. So it's not that parents are less engaged, they're engaged differently.
Differently, absolutely. And as a former elementary and middle school principal, you can definitely, I see those changes from when I was an elementary principal to then going to middle school principal. The engagement is very different.
Yes.
But we as educators have to really inform that engagement.
That's right.
So
really,
that's important.
That's it. And I spend a lot of time talking with educators at the middle school level who'll say those parents just don't care. They're not coming. And that's not it. We have to change our practices.
Yes.
At the middle and high school level, we still think parents are going to do the things they did at elementary school, which they don't need to do anymore.
Right.
We do want the children to become a little more independent, a little more self-directed. Yes. At the same time, we understand they're still children.
Yeah, and they still need guidance.
Yeah, they need
Absolutely.
guidance, and they need exposure. So the things they weren't ready for in elementary school, those conversations about their peers, we need to be having those conversations all the time.
Absolutely.
And say that to parents, especially at the middle school level. You know, you need to know who your children's friends are. You need to be friends with the parents of your children's friends, because they are paying more attention to peer influence at that level. And so as parents, we have to shift how we parent as well. And I love to tell parents, be parents.
That's right.
You know, no matter how old your children get, be parents.
Absolutely.
You pay the mortgage, you pay their health insurance, you know, and so yes, you are the leader in your household.
So now let's talk about Passport. Is it to Success?
Yes, it's Passport
to Success. Oh my
goodness,
goodness, the really stellar event for Prince George's County Public Schools that's happening at Saturday.
Yes,
you have some
Saturday.
Awesome guests.
Yes.
Tell us all about this event.
So we're so excited. Our department for the past 2 years has developed what we call the Family Institute. And so every fall we have a kickoff event, and it was called the Family Institute Conference. And just a little history, the first year we were so excited. We had our guest was Marion Wright Edelman and Hill Harper. And so the star power engaged parents were so excited just to meet them, but also to hear the messages, because the messages for our Family Institute and for this year's Passport to Success is really about empowering parents to be the leaders in their household with their children, giving them the resources and the support to build their efficacy to be parents, you know. And so that year was exciting. We built on that. The next year we had the America's Educator Ron Clark, who came in and just set everybody on fire. People were going out dancing, you know, because of his energy. This year we are delighted because we have the real MVP.
Yes, we do.
We have Wanda Durant, who's the mother of the basketball star Kevin Durant, a phenomenal woman who has her own consulting business that talks about parent empowerment. And so she's going to be our keynote speaker this coming Saturday. We're planning for 1,500 participants. And what's new and special this year is we're combining what we call our Family Institute with the Board of Education's annual College and Career Readiness Summit. So we'll be having the workshops and the speakers that we normally have combined with over 40 colleges and universities and career tracks. So they're bringing in the career track. So, you know, we recognize that not every child is going to want to go to college, but what they're being prepared for in Prince George's County Public Schools is being college and career ready. So the trades are going to be there, giving students and their families information about right out of high school, you can apply, you know, for the police department, the fire department, different health initiatives that we have going on. The options of military, you know, is going to be there. So it's a wonderful opportunity. So we call this Everything for Everybody.
Awesome.
We're going to be engaging parents for talking about what they can do to help their children from birth to college.
So where can they register?
So they can register online with it's www.pgcps.org/passport to success. Very easy to register there, or you can call our office. The department's office number is 301-618-7356.
And this is a free event.
Oh, it's absolutely free.
We need to say that.
I do need to say that because, you know, here we are in Washington, D.C., outside of Washington, D.C. We have so many free resources that a lot of times our parents don't take advantage of. So this is a free event. We have free breakfast. We have a fabulous, and everything is free. The workshops are free. When parents get there, they sign in, they get a bag, and they get a passport. And the passport has things that we're encouraging them to visit and get a stamp, just like, you know, your regular passport. And when they turn that in, at the end of the day, it opens the door for them to be eligible to win these fabulous door prizes we're giving away. Apple computers, Dell computers, decor for children's rooms, like comforter sets for their room, trips, hotel and weekend getaways, but things like that, just to say we thank you for coming, but we hope that by the time they get to that closing ceremony, their bag is already full.
Already full.
Because we want their hearts to be full, their bags to be full of resources that they can use.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Prince George's County Public Schools parents, you do not want to miss this free event. Saturday, September 22nd. And where's the location?
It's going to be at Oxon Hill High School.
At Oxon Hill High School.
Yes.
The beautiful Oxon Hill High School.
Beautiful Oxon Hill High School.
Absolutely.
It has opened its doors. We are transforming the entire building for this event.
Awesome.
So wherever you go in that building, you will see the passport to success.
Yes, and shout out to Principal Marcy Holland.
Yes, absolutely. She and her staff, her band is going to be there. The choir is going to be there. The cheerleaders are going to be, as they are joining us in welcoming and celebrating families.
Oh my God, I am so excited. Yes. So parents, you do not want to miss that. Wanda Durant, who was also a PG parent, and that is like so special that she's there and can really speak to that.
Yes, she can.
As Kevin, came up through Prince George's County Public Schools. So it's really awesome. So I just want to say thank you, Dr. Jackson.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the opportunity to be here.
Absolutely.
And to just, again, I want to congratulate you on what you do.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Guys, Dr. Sheila Jackson, she is the Director of Family and Parent Engagement. And
it changed.
It changed. That's right. That's the old title.
Family and School Partnerships.
Partnerships in Prince George's County Public Schools. Just very knowledgeable. But you definitely want to come out to this event on Saturday, September 22nd at Oxon Hill High School. So guys, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to be back with some finance information. Miss Veronica Burnett will be our next guest, so stay tuned.
Flying high. So whenever you're flying high, you're going to have some bumpy areas. That's why I want to admonish you to don't give up, but hang in there.
are back. My next guest is Miss Veronica Burnett. She is a speaker and advocate for healthy relationships and the creator of Better Days Conference. She is a certified dressmaker and loves all things fashionable. In addition to being a dressmaker, she is also a financial services specialist with Stewart Financial Services in Greenbelt, Maryland. Can we please welcome Veronica Burnett? Hello, Veronica.
Hi.
How are you?
Great, thank you.
Awesome. Now, before we even start talking about finances, certified dressmaker. Oh my goodness. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, dressmaking, and actually sewing runs in my family.
Really?
From my grandmother making handmade quilts to my mother sewing. She used to make every dress she wore for church on Sundays. My aunts, my cousins, and it was just natural for me to pick it up. So, once I got older, I took some courses, and I'm really a certified dressmaker with a certificate on my wall. Yeah.
Now, are you're selling your dresses? Like, what are you doing with them?
Yeah, well, for a while I was selling dresses.
Okay.
I would take special orders, mainly prom season, and I wish I had a picture with me. I have this one dress I call the 20-hour dress. That dress took 20 hours, and I put each rhinestone on this big starburst on the side with pickups and lacing in the back. It brings me so much joy.
Oh my goodness.
I love making dresses, and anytime I can see someone wearing a beautiful dress, and you just feel different.
Right.
You walk different. You hold your head
love
up.
that.
So that's the route
I
take.
love that.
dresses.
I tell you, multiple streams of income. That's what I'm
Yes.
talking about. So that really transitions us into your financial services that you provide. Talk a little bit about the services that you do provide.
Okay. Well, let me back up just a little bit because I started with my Better Days Conference series, and that started from a really tragic incident that happened in my life, and actually it was a cycle of things that happened. And I started doing these conferences to reach out to women to help them with resources because I've met so many wonderful people throughout my life, and I didn't have this one piece, and I felt like if I had that, that would be another resource to offer to women who've come out of traumatic life situations and need to start over again. So I went to an event with Crystal Hollingsworth at American Classic Agency, and the way these women walked in power and knew so much about finances, I knew there was something that I wanted to learn more about so that I can offer that to women like myself and single moms. And so I started studying under her, and I got my license as a licensed insurance agent, and then I started with Stewart Financial Services. And so with them, we are teaching people how to get out of debt, how to maintain a good reputation, which is your name, and properly manage your money to create retirement packages for yourself, to get properly educated on life insurance so that you can be properly covered. Especially a single mom. That's the one thing we put aside because we think it costs so much money. But what happens to you what happens to your children if something happens to you? What if you are disabled? What if you do get a disease? You can't work, and whatever you have on your job is going to end. So we want you to have something that belongs to you. You don't have to think about it being portable because it's yours.
Absolutely.
So, and that's why I started with Stewart Financial Services, and can I just?
Absolutely.
Okay, so the one thing that I do want to point out is that because we want people to get out of debt and stay out of debt, the one thing we talk about is saving middle America, and I add to that by way of the single mom. But this isn't just for a single mom. This is for anybody. We have a debt relief seminar that's coming up on Tuesday, September 18th at 7 o'clock in our office, and it's totally free. But I think anybody can benefit from it. There's so much debt in this country. I mean, the country itself is in debt, and so you know that the people are in debt.
Yes.
And so what better way to find out how to get out of debt than to come to a seminar? There's nothing wrong with educating yourself. And even if you don't get something for yourself, you can get it and share it with someone else. So to register for that, you can just make a phone call to 301-794-4290 and register and show up on Tuesday at 7 o'clock in Greenbelt, Maryland.
Awesome.
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So what tips do you have for those individuals who are trying to get out of debt? Like, what's something that they can start today in going down that road?
Well, the first thing I'll use myself as an example. I have an app on my phone for my banking institution, and so I go on there one day to see how much money I have left in my account, and there's this little what is it? A graph. It pops up and it says you're spending $43 more than you bring in each month. This was some time ago.
Wow.
$43 for somebody may not be a lot, but for me, it was a lot, and it rung so loud in my head. So the first thing I would say that I did, I went through that entire month of spending to see where I spent my money. I spent a lot of money on food. So I decided to cut back. That's one way to start getting out of that. Cut back on those things that you don't necessarily have to have. I didn't have to buy lunch every day at Cheesecake Factory and Maggiano's.
That's right.
I didn't have to do that. So, I didn't have to buy Starbucks every morning. So I started bringing my coffee with me and bringing a muffin with me from home. And then I started buying something less expensive because I don't take my lunch every day. I'm not even going to lie and say that. But I would say that's one way that you can start. Then you'll see that you have extra money. Put that extra money towards your smaller bills. Get those paid off. If you don't, then that goes on your credit. And your credit is just like your name.
Right.
You want to maintain a good name out here. And if you don't have a good name, you'll see that interest rate for whatever it is that you want to purchase is going to be sky high. But when you have a good name and a decent and a good credit standing, they will come knocking down your door to give you stuff, you know. I know of a woman who went into a dealership and she bought her car with 0 interest.
Wow. Because
her credit rating was so good. The other thing I'll say is budget. I mean, people don't like the B word. You don't like the budget. But if you sit down, take your time, put down what you bring in, and then write out all of your bills that you have to pay. See what the balance is at the end. You have money left over.
Absolutely.
We throw away $200 and $300 every month, and you never see that money again. It doesn't work for you. It is gone.
Wow.
Completely gone. You cannot recoup it. You want your money in your pocket.
Right.
And then you want to
Absolutely.
put it to where it can benefit you most. If you've paid off your bills, great. Put it towards a savings. Put it towards a vacation, something that'll benefit you later in life. Put it towards your retirement plan. You know, add more money into your children's college savings. College costs a lot of money.
It does.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so those are some of the things I would say to start first. And if you are not good with budgeting, sit down with a financial specialist. Sit down with someone to help you. You can do this in Excel and set up a budget.
Absolutely.
But if you don't know how, don't be prideful and not ask for help. Ask for
You know,
help.
and I think that's where a lot of people fall short. They don't reach out to get help. They're spiraling down this road of debt, and they just continue to go down that road and, you know, making a bigger hole for themselves.
Yes.
So I would definitely say to invest in a financial specialist to help you get out of that. Definitely. And I'm so excited that you talked about credit, because our next guest is really going to talk about credit repair.
Yes.
So that's going to tie in beautifully with that, because you say that, but if you have a 300 credit score, you know, there's not much, you know, until you start repairing it that you can do. So I'm excited to bridge those two together. So how can people reach out to you if they want to talk further about their finances?
Well, you can always reach me via email or my telephone number. My email is vburnettmk@gmail.com. That's V Veronica, like V as in Veronica, Burnett, BURNETT, the letter M like Mary, the letter K like kite, @gmail.com. My phone number, it stays the same, 240-682-3993. Or you can reach out to me through social media on my Facebook pages. My name, Veronica Burnett. And Instagram, I'm on there at Veronica_Burnett.
Right. And so do you have another event that you want to talk about?
I do. Two actually. On the 28th and 29th, the Perfect Family Blend, I'll be speaking at their conference.
Yes.
And so it's open to anyone. I know they talk about being a blended family, but anybody can attend their conference. And then October 20th is my 5th conference for Better Days. And this one is specifically for single moms. However, if you're not a single mom, but you are a mom and at one point you were single and now you're married, you can still come to this conference, and we're going to be talking about your relationship with money, what you learned growing up, what you didn't learn growing up, what you wish you had known before you became a mom. for me, there was a traumatic life event, and so when I got out, I didn't know what my next steps were. So I'm going to have D.M. Harris, who is a lawyer. She's going to be there to walk you through the process of finding out different things, what you need to know, going through the judicial system, child support, different things like that. And so that is on Saturday, October 20th from 1 to 5 p.m. at the Essence of Movement Studio. Anybody that attends is going to participate in a seated yoga session, because we're going to be talking about self-care. Yes. A lot of moms don't take time to take care of themselves. And so if you go to Better Days Single Moms.eventbrite.com, you'll see on there that there's a special rate that ends tonight at $11.59 for $35. So anybody watching today, anybody that participated yesterday in the For Single Women's Only conference, you can get that $35 rate. After tonight at $11.59, it'll go back to $45. But it includes your food, the session from 1 to 5, and your yoga session.
That's awesome. I tell you, and I'm really excited about the Perfect Blend. I'm actually facilitating the panel discussion for that. So really looking forward to hearing you there and everything. So thank you, Veronica, for sharing those financial nuggets with us. Absolutely. So guys, Veronica Burnett, definitely, if you want to reach out to her, she's giving her information, and I'll ask you to put it in the Facebook feed just in case someone didn't catch it.
Sure.
All right, guys, thank you so much. We are moving on. We are still talking finances, but we're talking about credit repair with Ms. Shanae Robinson when we return. We'll be right back.
Are you a business owner or author? Advertise on the I Am Dr. Sharon Show. The Dr. Sharon Show will promote your business with viewers across the United States and beyond. Contact us, IamDrSharonShow.com for more information.
Turbulence is the price you pay for flying high. So whenever you're flying high, you're going to have some bumpy areas. That's why I want to admonish you to don't give up, but hang in there. My next guest is Ms. Shanae R. Robinson. She is a professional credit repair specialist. Her current financial series entitled Money Mindset Mastery helps focused professionals unlock their dreams by restoring their credit. She is an author. She is also the co-host of the up-and-coming Let's Do It radio talk show. Can't wait for that. She is working on 2 credit tip books and a financial literacy workshop titled Money Mindset Mastery, Maintaining Excellent Credit, which is also the title of her soon-to-be released ebook. And she's also part of the Women Inspiring Nations 2 that will be coming out soon. Welcome, Shanae.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So excited. And my Rock Your Stage sister.
Yes.
Shout out to Cheryl Wood. Oh my God, I'm so excited to have you, Shanae.
I'm excited
Oh my
to be
goodness.
here.
So we just talked with Veronica about getting the finances right. So now we're going to go back, because if your credit is jacked, you got to do something.
Yes, indeed.
So let's talk. Let's talk.
Yes. I would like to start with saying a lot of people say, money talks, but I say money talks, but credit holds a conversation.
Oh, okay.
And so with a conversation, you can go so much further when your credit is intact.
Yes.
So that's important to me, because that's our scoring system. You can do some things with cash, but the average person cannot go into your car lot and buy a car with cash.
That's right.
That's our scoring system here in the United States. So you need that to be intact, definitely.
Okay. Absolutely. And so, before we talk about repairing it, what are some things that we can do so that we don't get there? That's the first thing. What are some things we can do before we need repair?
Exactly. So I'm going to touch on the B word as far as budgeting.
The budget.
Exactly, because you need to know what you have coming in and what you can afford to have going out. A lot of us get into trouble because we don't really know what we can afford to spend or what we have coming in. So before you get into trouble, you really need to know what you're working with. You really need to know how to budget yourself. You really need discipline. You need to learn how to say no. I don't really need this.
Absolutely.
I don't need to put this on my credit card. Sometimes it is important, whereas though if you can pay cash for it, to pay cash for it. And a lot of times if you can't, then you don't really need it.
Okay.
Credit is used for emergency situations, because it's not if an emergency is going to happen, it's when the
Absolutely.
emergency is going to happen. So when your car goes up, or if you lose a battery, something traumatic happens in your household, if you have that availability of funds on your credit card, then you can take care of it and you're not devastated, you're not suffering. So you don't really need that credit card for those new shoes or anything like that.
Shopping sprees, right?
Exactly. if for some instances, if you can't afford to pay with it with cash, then save your money until you can, or don't do it.
I love that. I love that, because that's where we get in trouble, spending on frivolous things.
Exactly. Yes.
So when the emergency happens, we are strapped.
Yes.
So that's really good. And so now, an individual have fallen into that trap. So what are some things that they can do, because you actually take them through a process of repairing this credit legally?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Because the first thing you need to know is, what is your credit score? What is on your credit report? Because a lot of times, just because it's on your credit report does not mean that it's yours. And what we have to understand is, we have to know Credit Karma is okay, but with that, you get what you pay for, which is nothing, because it's absolutely free. So you can use Credit Karma as a gauge, but you want a credit monitoring company that is going to give you all 3 of your credit scores and all 3 of your reports, and it's going to give you accurate information that updates every 30 days. So you definitely need to know what is on your credit score, so that you know what you need to fight, what they need to prove. And just because, like I said, that it's on your report does not necessarily mean that it is your responsibility.
Absolutely.
Because there's a lot of identity fraud that is going on and things of that nature, where so you really don't know. And just because the credit bureaus say that it's yours, they have to also legally prove that it is yours. And if they cannot prove that the debt is yours, then legally they have to remove it.
Wow.
So that's what I do.
And you touched on something, that identity fraud, because that is running rampant.
Yes.
And so that's a very good point, because if people don't know what's on there, they're being penalized for things that aren't theirs.
Yes.
And so I really want you to talk a little bit about how can people avoid that, because that's really crucial. How can people avoid that?
With credit monitoring, actually, because once you sign up for credit monitoring, it's going to give you credit alerts. I had one client that we set up, and we, monitored his credit, and he actually gave me a call, and he was like, someone just tried to open up an AT&T wireless account in my name, but the credit monitoring that you had me to set in place notified me. They would not let them proceed, and then they contacted me to ask, was this actually me? Did I give this person permission? So you have to know what is going on. Exactly. So credit monitoring is your first line of defense.
I love that. And so go through, I guess, the few steps. Someone comes to you. I guess you do maybe an analysis of what's going on, and then you provide a specific plan to help them through that.
Yes.
So how long normally do you work with a client?
Normally, I say give the process 6 months minimum, because it's a 30-day process on each end. So we send out the letters to the credit bureaus and to your creditors. They have 30 days to send it back to us. So it's a process of 30 days each way. And after that, sometimes you have to send round 2 and round 3 letters. It does work. It does happen. I prefer to use snail mail because snail mail works in our advantage. And you never want to dispute anything via online, because you're actually clicking away a lot of your rights that you do not know and that you do not see. So when you dispute something online, say through Credit Karma, and it says this is not mine, I want to dispute it, and you click that button, what you're telling them is that whatever information you come back with, whatever decision you come back with regarding this, I accept it. It is 100% true. And legally, you cannot dispute it again. So you don't want to just click away, because you're clicking away a lot of your rights. So once we go through the process, they're going to automatically send you updated credit reports from all 3 of the credit bureaus. And then we go through with a fine-tooth comb to see exactly what's on your credit report, how long it's been on your credit report, what we need to dispute, and how we need to dispute it. Because you can't use a cookie cutter letter or anything like that, because everybody's credit circumstances are totally different.
Love it. So now let's talk about Let's Do This, because that's really your segment. Your contribution is going to be finances.
Yes,
so
definitely.
talk about it. It airs October when?
It starts October the 4th.
Okay.
My series starts. It's the second Thursday of every month.
Okay.
So I'm on the 11th.
Okay.
Which is kind of assigned 10-11.
Okay.
So so I'm excited, and I'm going to be speaking on my series, which is Money Mindset Mastery, because it all starts in the mind. What's your relationship with money? What were you taught about money? How do you view money in your finances? So it starts in the mind. You have to be disciplined to say, yes, I need this, or no, I don't need this. I can forego this. And so I'm going to really be talking about how do you feel about money? What do you see? What did you learn growing up about money in your finances? A lot of us were not taught about credit growing up. We just automatically assumed that when I needed it, it would be there. And actually, obtaining excellent credit is not the hard part. It's maintaining the excellent credit. That's the hard part. So that's what I'm really going to be focusing on, is helping folks to maintain it. Because once you receive that 750 or higher credit score, you're going to start getting offers. People are going to start sending you things. But you have to be smart enough. You have to be strong enough to say, do I really need this? Because it's so easy for you to slip back into debt.
Well, and speaking of that, I really hope that you touch on college age too, because as soon as you step on a campus, you get all of the offers.
That's it.
And you're vulnerable.
Yes.
And you take them.
Yes.
And that's really how we start going down that spiral. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. And my next guest, Brandy Bridget, you definitely need to talk to her. You definitely need to connect with her, definitely. But I'm just so excited, and congratulations on all of you guys, because it's 4 of you, I think. With this, 4 contributing hosts. Let's do this. I love it, and I can't wait. Yours is the second Thursday, October the 11th.
Yes,
and
shout
I
out to
love that.
Ladrine.
Yes, shout out to Ladrine. Exactly. So tell everyone where they can connect with you and where they can reach you in case they need your services.
Definitely. You can connect with me via email at info@professionalcreditdiva.com. You can send me a text to 443-673-7776 and just say I'm interested in starting, or I'm interested in more information regarding credit repair. Or you can visit me on Facebook and Instagram. Both of my handles are Professional Credit Diva. And for me, diva means doing it very aggressively. No matter what it is you're doing in life, you have to go after it.
I love it. That's right.
Yes.
I love it. Guys, I'm so excited. And I just, again, say congratulations, especially on your upcoming books that's coming. Exactly, and the radio show. So
Yes.
just so excited, and your services are much needed. So thank you for what you do. Guys, Shanae Robinson, the professional credit diva. So you definitely want to reach out to her. And again, I'll ask her to put her information in the Facebook feed as well.
Yes.
So guys, we have one more break, and you do not want to go a place because Miss Brandy Bridget is coming up. So we'll be right back.
Shirley Liu has been in the financial services industry for over 20 years and is committed to securing your financial future through sound financial planning, education, and even training for those who want to start a career in financial services. Through innovative retirement, savings, and educational programs powered by First Financial Security Incorporated, Shirley Liu and her team prepare you to thrive with your money. Accredited by the BBB, Shirley Liu Finance is safe and sound investing.
Turbulence is the price you pay for flying high. So whenever you're flying high, you're going to have some bumpy areas. That's why I want to admonish you to don't give up, but hang in there.
Y'all see what I'm talking about? Come on, Kiara Shear, come help her. Everybody clap your hands. Kiara Shear, make some noise. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
What you gonna do when your back's against the wall? How you gonna respond when it seems the hope is lost? Tell me what you gonna do when you need a little more grace. Yeah. How you gonna respond when they try to test your faith?
And we are back. My next guest is the wonderful, the fabulous Brandy Bridget. She is a consultant living right here in the Washington, D.C. area. She is a mom of 3. She has been in the medical field for 10 years. She started in the field of cosmetic surgery in Washington, D.C. She is the co-owner of Platinum Health and Wellness and a partner with E-Focus Media. In 2017, Brandy launched her second business, the agency at National Harbor, which works with family finance, business finance, and securing and legacy for future generations. Please help me welcome Brandy Bridget.
Thank you. Thank you.
Brandy, I am so excited that you are here.
Same here.
Oh my goodness. So we're going to just start straight with the your partnership actually with Shirley Liu.
Okay.
Shirley Liu Finance, one of the wealth gurus here in this area
Yes.
and across the country.
Yes.
Actually, I want you to talk a little bit about your work with her.
Oh my goodness, Dr. Shirley Liu is absolutely amazing. Shout out to Shirley today.
Yes.
I started working with her last year. And our story is kind of interesting on how we got together. We met 5 years ago after a very tragic loss in my life.
Yes.
I had, my husband was a Marine. We had just gotten back in the area. We were medically retired. And about 8 months into us getting back in and thinking that we were going to start life, he was killed in a car accident.
Yes.
Left me with a 5, 4, and a 4-month-old. And about a month after that, I met Dr. Shirley Liu at an event. And she was talking about wealth, and she was in her all white and talking about empowering the community and embracing and helping us build a legacy and financial freedom and future. And at that time, I was sitting there and I'm like, well, I have none of that, so I don't need to be listening. And over this time, in the last 4.5 years, I've actually partnered up with my partner. We've helped and launched or relaunched E-Focus Media
Yes.
Group, where we've helped entrepreneurs build through marketing and branding. And over this last 4 years, I've learned that entrepreneurs don't have a financial plan. They don't really think about retirement. They're living day to day. They're just trying to get this business up and running, the American dream.
Absolutely.
And so this whole financial thing just kept running back in my head. And he said, well, you need to reach back out to Shirley. And so I didn't reach out to her quick enough. He did it for me. And when we sat down and Shirley heard what
I would love to do in the finance industry and how I want to pair that with entrepreneurs and those in the area. She said to me, she said, Brandy, you know, I want to work with you. And I said, why? And she said, you have no idea that when we met 5 years ago, I saw myself in you.
Wow.
And I said, well, what do you mean by that, Shirley? She said, 15 years ago, my husband was killed unexpectedly and left me with 3 children. And so we went from living on the top of the world to not knowing where we were going to be financially. And so that's what been her mission for the past 15 years, about giving financial freedom to women, minorities, families, entrepreneurs, anybody that she can touch. And so after we finished crying and having our whole session, I was like, Shirley, I'm in. And so we've partnered up, and it's been an amazing ride over this past almost year now.
Right, exactly. And she really is amazing. First of all, you reached out to me and connected me with Shirley, who's one of my wonderful partners for the show. And so I'm just forever grateful, because the work she's doing in the finance industry, specifically with entrepreneurs, is just amazing.
Yes.
Just amazing. And you know, it's more than the insurance. It's just a lot to it. So tell us, where can people come? Because I know you have like an event every Tuesday, right in National Harbor.
Yes.
Please talk about that.
So every Tuesday we have a mixer where we sit down and we get to network. People get to tell us about their business, who they are, what they do, and then they get to hear a little bit more about what we do in the financial industry and some of the cutting edge products and innovative strategies that we have. So every Tuesday, 7 o'clock, we're at 6710 Oxon Hill Road, National Harbor, Maryland. It's the big green building across from Tanger Outlet. I love to tell people that. They hear National Harbor, they think, dang, I got to pay for parking.
Right.
And free parking.
Yes.
Free. Once a month, we do on the third Thursday something called Facials and Finance. So it's not just the ladies thing. Men can come too, where we get that moment to really have that self-care that we were talking about earlier. And at the end of that, we talk about money. So, you know, getting our skin right and then getting our pockets right as well.
Absolutely.
And then the fourth Thursday of every month, we're doing a networking event. So it's strictly just networking. You get to come in, and every month, we're going to highlight a new business. So you have, you know, about 10 minutes to speak. But then you get to meet different people in the area, because that's just what we believe in. That's why when I saw your page and I saw everything that you were doing, I was like, I got to connect with this beautiful woman right here.
I love it. I tell you, because the work is just phenomenal. And you would think the way Shirley is, you know, her statue, that she is untouchable. But
Correct.
that is so
She's
not.
so down to earth.
Oh, my goodness.
Absolutely. I mean, this young woman has been in Forbes magazine talking about financial literacy. We were just featured in O Magazine in July, and Entrepreneur Magazine, and she's speaking all across the world and all across the country. And to know that I could pick up the phone, and at 4 o'clock in the morning, she's like, hey, girlfriend, we are so excited because we just did X, Y, and Z. And just to see just a down home spirit, it just makes a world of difference when you're talking to people, because like we had mentioned earlier, and I love this segment today, because everything is coming back in full circle. It's not just about those that have money, how they can keep creating it and passing it down generation to generation. It's showing that everyday family how we could take $1 a day or $2 a day and creating a legacy that they can pass on to their families. And the reason we don't do it is because we don't know.
Absolutely.
So we want to go out and we want to empower people. We want to educate them so that way they can make the right decisions. And just one step, two step, you can change everything about your life and your family's life to come.
Absolutely. It's amazing. I'm telling you. And when you work with Shirley, because she will call you. She called me. I'm like, okay, this is Shirley Lewis. You know, how you doing? What, you know, what can I help you with? So just, you know, just the connection and just wonderful. So I'm just so excited about all the work that you're doing, especially to secure entrepreneurs. Because, you know, and as you say, a lot of times we don't have a plan, especially if you're a full-time entrepreneur.
Correct.
You don't have a plan.
It's the daily grind.
Exactly. And we've got to have a plan.
You do.
Oh, my goodness.
And, you know, so many people come to us for the marketing and branding aspect of it. And we start to talk about, we get down to like the nitty gritty, you know, okay, marketing and branding is amazing, but what are you putting away for the next day? Because if we expand your brand and we build that vision, when we get you to that next level, where is those dollars going to come back in to help with your growth? So how are you going to put that together? And so that's when I was like, okay, this light bulb, okay, God is like just kind of pushing me to incorporate this into what we do. And it's just been a perfect marriage. and I'm so excited about it.
Oh my goodness. I absolutely love it. And so I want you to tell people how they can connect with you. How can they join either the Tuesday or the Thursday?
Yes.
And also a special promotion you have for the Dr. Sharon viewers. I think they're able to be in a pool for a free vacation.
Absolutely.
If they contact you or
Yes.
join the Tuesday. So please tell them all about that.
So Tuesdays, well, first you can find me on social media. Brandy Bridget is me on Facebook, so definitely connect with me. Tuesdays, you can give me a phone call or shoot me a text, 301-798-5122, and just say, hey, I'm interested in the Tuesday meeting. If you're not local, we have a Thursday webinar that starts at 8 p.m. So if you send me any of that information and you hashtag Dr. Sharon or I am Dr. Sharon Show, you will be then put into a raffle for a free 5-night, 6-day vacation, and we will pay for your stay.
Yes.
The only thing you have to do is get there
Yes.
and pay the $19 in your taxes, but there's no timeshare presentation required. It's fun. We
Yes.
can send you to Cancun if you want to go out, if you want to go somewhere further. There's about 15 different locations now.
Absolutely.
I love it. The other day they sent out information and they were like, hey, we've added more places.
Wow.
So it's like, what? You can go outside the country and you can stay local.
Yes.
You want to take the family to Williamsburg or to Atlanta, or if you want to go on a 6-day trip to Vegas, we can take care of all of that for you by just coming in and hearing a little bit more about what we do, especially for the I Am Dr. Sharon show.
I'm so excited about that. And the partnership has just been unbelievable.
Yes.
And so I thank you, Brandy, and I look forward to all the work that we have ahead of us.
Yes.
Because we have work to do.
It's fun, though. It's fun work.
Fun.
It's amazing when work
It
can be
is.
fun. And that's what I see in entrepreneurs every single day. When you love what you do, it's not work. It's your mission that you're leaving that imprint in this world with. And so we're just going to be stepping and stepping and stepping.
I love it. So, guys, I'm telling you, you need to connect with Brandy Bridget. A direct connection to Dr. Shirley Lou. Not sure if you've not heard of her, you need to Google her.
Yes, you can go to Shirley Lou Finance.
Yes, Shirley Lou Finance. Just a wonderful, down-to-earth person. Just awesome.
Yes.
And just open, sitting in her Tyson's Corner office.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, I'm actually in Shirley Lou's office. So it's just absolutely wonderful. And I thank you for coming down and sharing. So, guys, every Tuesday, I think every Thursday.
Every Tuesday, live in person. Every Thursday, a live webinar.
Yes.
And then, if Saturday works for you, we're over in the Tyson's location as well.
Yes.
But like I said, you can call me 301-798-5122, and I can give you all the details, and you can just let me know I am Dr. Sharon Show. So that way you can get in this wonderful raffle, because I want to send somebody somewhere.
Yes, I'm excited about that. So, guys, what a wonderful, wonderful show. And I want to thank every one of my guests, starting with Dr. Sheila Jackson, then Miss Veronica Burnett, and then Miss Shanae R. Robinson, and of course, Miss Brandy Bridget. I just want to thank you guys. What another dynamic show. I want to thank our engineer, Ron Jackson, and my VP of Sales is here, Mr. Larry Porter. I want to thank him as well for being here. As always, the harder the grind, the bigger the dream, but you must continue to push, pray, and grind.
Are you a business owner or author? Advertise on the I Am Dr. Sharon Show. The Dr. Sharon Show will promote your business with viewers across the United States and beyond. Contact us, IamDrSharonShow.com for more information.